You know what it is. It's your boy Yami Chris, and we got another freaking video, a banger of a video for you guys. We're gonna test our luck when it comes to these parlay picks and the NFL picks. I'm a big sports guy. I love sports. I love the Chiefs. Love football. Love soccer. Love wrestling. Love UFC. Yada la la la. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with these picks. We're gonna start down from the way that they're listed on NFL.com. We're gonna go ahead and start off from Thursday game all the way down to the Monday games, the double headers that are gonna be playing. All right, so number one. First and foremost, Shadow, how we doing today? How you feeling? How we living?
We're doing good, bro. We're living good. Over here in California, it's getting rough out here, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Parlay hits. Let's get it.
Amen, brother. And you know what it is, man? We are in California, so obviously it is a little rough out here, but we do the best we can with what we got. Okay. So first and foremost, love you, dude. Thank you for joining us and making this happen. So let's go ahead and start off with that Thursday game. So Shadow, we're gonna start off with your pick so that we don't go ahead and conflict, right? Because we need parlays to hit, but we also focus on the conflicts for to go ahead and diverge the ideals from what is the winners, right? So let's go ahead and start off with his picks. We're gonna go ahead and start off with Giants at Niners. Shadow, who you got?
Okay, so I've won money on the Giants before, and I don't normally do this, but I'm liking the way that this team is moving in the direction that they're moving in, and so I'm going to go with the 49ers on this one. They're looking like a strong team, and I believe that they're in my top five right now.
I love it. I love it. And who would bet against the Niners right now with the way that they've been looking, right? I mean, obviously we have the fans of the Giants that would say us or me, right? So I also agree with you. I also chose the 49ers. That's money line. Money line says take Niners. Let's go.
All right, ST. Let's get it.
All right, guys. Second pick, and yet again, we're going the way it's listed out on NFL.com. So that way you guys can go ahead and follow along with us. Go ahead and check them out and go ahead and let us know what it was that you chose to go ahead and pick. Okay. All right. Now we have Colts versus. I want to go ahead and say it was the Ravens, correct?
Interesting. On my end, I see Broncos Dolphins, but we could do Colts Ravens. That one, I feel like I was a fan of the Colts for a long time, but I know that the Ravens have always been a powerhouse, strong team, and so I'm choosing the Ravens this week on that one.
The Ravens. Okay. So I myself, I went a different direction. Now I did go with one of my childhood teams, the Colts. I did go Colts, and the reason being is because their defense is showing out, their defense is showing up, and their offense seems to be present in moments where they need to be present. So hopefully enough, this game is going to be one of those moments. However, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are putting on hard fought games, and they are giving teams a run for the money. So your pick is obviously a viable pick with the Ravens. Let's go ahead and write that down for yourself, man. Ravens.
That's number one confliction.
Yeah, number one confliction, guys. Keep count. Comment how many conflictions you guys were able to go ahead and count throughout the video, and y'all let me know. All right, so next game, what do we got? Are you looking at it on NFL.com as well?
I am on the National Football League.
There we go. All right, so who are the Browns playing, and what do we got?
Ooh, okay. So the Browns versus the Titans, and that was actually one of the three that I was questioning because I've always been a fan of the Titans. I know we had this discussion probably a couple weeks back, and we were talking about the Browns, and the Browns actually did their thing. But because I am a firm believer of the Titans always coming through, I'm going Titans this week.
Ooh, okay. So guys, as we said, we're facing conflictions internal here. Okay, we're going ideals versus the winners. So here we're going through the yet again the week by week, the stats, the talks. You know, Titans fan as opposed to Titans possibly win this game. I think this game is one of those conflicting games where I had a tough time as well. So I did go Browns. As you guys heard, Shadow's going with the Titans. Here we're going to go ahead and see this is confliction number 2. So this is going to go ahead and be a tough one, guys. This week will go ahead and be very, very interesting. Okay, okay. All right, so what's the next game who we have? Who are the Lions playing?
Okay, so we got the Lions are playing the Falcons. I see that the Falcons are doing really well, but Lions are the team that I vouched for. So, and I learned my lesson going against them. I think in the preseason. So I'm going Lions on this one.
Well, they are some dogs, man. You know, those Lions are some dogs. You know, freaking their coach has been preaching eat kneecaps, you know, chomp on ankles, win by anything by any means necessary. So I also chose the Lions to go ahead and take that game. So that is a game that we both agree on. So that is good. That is
All
good.
right. ST.
All right. So the next game, if you're looking at it down there, it should be Packers versus the.
The Saints.
Okay. And who was it that you chose?
This one, I don't normally ever pick the Packers. I'm going Saints all the way.
Saints all the way. Oh, when the Saints come marching in. Right? I think that's the way it goes. Right?
I believe so.
All right, let's go ahead. So I ended up choosing the Packers to go ahead and take that game.
Okay, confliction 3.
Confliction 3. All right.
Right out the gate.
We're coming in hot, y'all. Coming in hot with conflictions. All right, so the Jags game. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Texans. I pick Jags all the way.
I mean, I had to ask for the sake of the asking, right? Because we're going by teams and by weeks, but we're gonna go with the Jags as well because
Yeah,
that's
I put too much money on the Texans, so I can't do
exactly.
it.
And next game, what do you got?
Let's see. Where are you at on the list?
It should be the Dolphins versus I believe the Chargers, right? Or versus the who?
You got me jumping on all over the place. Let's see. Dolphins and Broncos. I'm a big fan of the Dolphins, so hands down Dolphins.
Dolphins. There we go. So I ended up choosing the Dolphins as well. The Dolphins have a really good team, young team. They seem to be clicking. Once they fire it off on all cylinders, boy, that boy Tyreek Hill's gonna go ahead and do some damage, and that's a given. All right, so let's go ahead.
I also put the Dolphins in the top 3 for me.
Yep. Okay. So that's your personal pick, or you mean like
That's personal.
okay, like, but is that like top three to take it for the bowl, or you mean top three to?
Absolutely not. No, the 49ers would be in the top 5 to take it, but the Dolphins are in my top 3.
Okay.
As for the remaining teams that are in that is yet to be decided.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and continue on. I believe the next game it should be Chargers versus Vikings. Yes.
Yes, now that was a difficult one because the Vikings are not doing so well. That actually both of those teams are losers. They're 0-2, and so somebody has to win. And to be honest, I would normally pick the Vikings because I would want them to win, but because I have put them in my parlays 2 times, and they let me down, I'm going Chargers all the way on this one.
Ooh, that is interesting. I was not expecting that. Okay, so we have Chargers down for Shadow, and for myself, I went with the purple monster. Okay, I went with the Minnesota Vikings. Reason being, because that boy Kirko Chains, Kirko Chains puts on a show when he needs to, and Justin Jefferson ends up being a beast when he needs to. And that Hawkinson, okay, he is a great tight end. They have a young rookie. They have a dog at the receiver position. I think they're gonna go ahead and win a hard fought game, something like 33-30, something like that, to go ahead and win it late in the game is what I'm thinking.
Just unfortunate. Kirk Chains or whatever. He ain't putting on too much of a show this year though. To be down.
Well, you know what? Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. He got me 122 points in my fantasy league.
Oh, that's good.
That's crazy. I mean, the guy was projected for 70.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He's a good player, most definitely.
All right, next.
Good one. Conflictions. That was one that I had a trouble picking.
Well, yeah. Well, that was a tough game. I was gonna go ahead and go Chargers myself. I think Austin Eckler is coming back this game. In I mean, he's in my fantasy, but that wasn't enough to go ahead and sway me and go ahead and say pick against the Vikings.
Yeah, that's like choosing between 2 losers compared to we're going to come up on one of these where you're going to have to choose between 2 winners.
I think they both went through hard fought games like this first 2 weeks. I can't like stat wise and on paper. Unfortunately enough, yes, they are the losers so far in the season. However, they are not horrible teams because when these teams pop off, they pop off.
I believe it.
Yes. All right, so next game we got Patriots Jets. This one I know was a confliction for you probably too, or it might have been something easy that you felt that was an easy pick.
I will be real. This one was an easy one for me because of the conversation that we had, and normally I've learned a valuable lesson going against the Patriots, over the past years and stuff. But to be honest, I want to see the Jets do what you think they're going to be able to do this year. So Jets, hands down.
Let's go. So that is not a conflict for us. We both chose Jets on that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
That defense are some dogs now. Let's go ahead and see them perform again. And that offense has some explosive people. They got Dalvin Cook and they got Brees Hall, and then they got Carter in the backfield as well. Garrett Wilson is a monster, man. They have pieces in place. They have pieces in place. Next game we have it's Bills versus, I want to say it was
Commanders.
the Commanders. Now, who do you have there?
This one's going to be Commanders.
Oh, tell me why.
Honestly, usually I'd go the Bills, but I know that the Commanders, they won that game last year. They upset on the Eagles, and I remember betting on that, and that was a big play that most people didn't think that the Commanders were going to come and just upset the Eagles like they did, especially since they were undefeated. I know the Bills were in the playoffs, and they won the underdog that I also was on, but I believe that the Commanders they're a winning team right now, and they were doing good last year. They're coming back. I was never really a fan of them, but I got to give credit when it's due. Similar to like the Dolphins, riding that wave like they were doing. I'd put them kind of in similar category.
I like it. Okay, so that is a good reason. However, I went with the Bills,
Yep.
so that is another conflict for us. I think Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and that young tight end group that they have with Dawson Knox and freaking that young Kincaid guy that they drafted. Um, they have and then also Gabe Davis, right? And then they have a few other pieces that I'm forgetting the name right now, and that defense is just some dogs with Matt Milano. So I'm going with the Bills. Hopefully enough they can go ahead and pull it off. That's another confliction for us.
Confliction number 5.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and see what do we have for the next game.
Tell me, where we at?
We have Seahawks versus.
Panthers.
Oh, okay, and now who do you have in that game?
That's an easy one. Seahawks.
Oh, of course, got to ride with them. Okay, and now the Seahawks, they've been good throughout the season, um, and they have potential to just pop off when it comes to DK Metcalf, Lockett, Kenneth Walker, yeah, and when that defense can go ahead and start playing well, they can hold the team to some points, So fingers crossed it hits for us, and the reason why is because depending on who is favored or what the stats may say or what money line may say, that could be something that we go ahead and do to affect the parlay. So just keep that in mind, you guys. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. Who did
Seahawks are favored.
they are favored.
Yeah, Panthers are losers right now. They're 0-2.
All right, well, we might stay away from that game being involved in the parlay. So let's go ahead and go to the Cowboys. Who do they have?
They're against another shit team, the Cardinals. So
Okay,
you got a winning team 2-0 compared to a team 0-2, and I'm all for the upset normally, but the Cardinals aren't going to do it.
and that's what I'm saying. I was like, so it's weird that those games are back to back because that Seahawks game and that Cowboys game, although we did pick these teams, it's easy to say that we're going to stay away from these from these teams being in the parlay. So
Yeah, Cardinals, Panthers. Yeah, I would not. I'm not going to put them.
no,
Texans, even though they're underdogs, I don't have the faith that they are
yeah,
going to win.
it hasn't been shown. It hasn't been shown. So next game we have the Chiefs versus.
The Chiefs and the Bears.
Okay, so I want to know who it was that you chose because I think it's clear to see. It's clear to the eye. The people watching this video can clearly see who is the team I'm gonna choose.
All right, so this one, I've been a Bears fan for a long time. I'd say that the Bears have kind of been, in my top 10 for a while, but they're not looking too good this year. And I told you that I was going to lose faith on the Chiefs. I'm not really a fan of them because they lost against the Lions, but I believe that they're going to bring it back, and I think that this is going to be an easy game for them. They are favored to win, so I went Chiefs all the way.
Let's go. Yeah, man, that boy Patty Mahomes and those dogs with Stone Cold Jones and uh, Travis Kelsey and those guys with the offense and the defense are gonna go ahead and really put on a show. I think in that game, and I think it'll be high scoring for us, not so much for the Bears.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be low scoring for the Bears for sure.
Fingers crossed.
I'm thinking like a 30, 32, 33 to 0.
I'm hoping for like a 42 to like 10.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because I think they can get a field goal and a touchdown in, but equally enough, I think we can just start scoring crazy because the Bears haven't been looking like much of a threat recently. All
I would
right,
put the
so
Bears. I would put the Bears in the bottom five right now. Unfortunately.
ooh, okay. I don't know. I would have to assess all the teams, but I don't know if I would put them in the top. I mean, in the bottom five. I would probably place them right there along in the middle.
Normally they would be in the middle, but as of right now,
They are on the
bottom
bottom.
five.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So then,
they are in the bottom with the Cardinals, with the Chargers, with the Vikings, with several other teams that are in the bottom.
you place the Chargers. That's a hot take. You place the Chargers on the bottom.
Bro, 0-2,
Jeez.
0-2. I base it off of the statistics. That's of where they
Jeez.
are. Do
Yo.
I believe that? Hey, can they bring it back? Yes, but they have to start doing something. They cannot be doing what they're doing.
Jeez. I did not hear you mention the Broncos in there. You put them below them?
Let's see. Hold on. If you really want to go
Oh
into that
my
quick, the
goodness.
Broncos are definitely in there, and the Patriots are in there. The Texans are in there. Yeah, bro. The Panthers. They're all trash, bro.
Okay, I was
I
gonna
know.
say, man,
I
I was
know
like,
it's
you're
tough
about to
to
get
believe.
flamed in the comments.
Hey, you know what? I will take a personal bet against any one of those teams. Hit me up. Follow me on IG. Yep. Spartan Mentality 101. I'll take a personal bet against any one of those teams. Prove me wrong. I
There
put
it
my money
is.
where my mouth is.
There it is. And his IG will go ahead and be linked in the description, guys. So don't worry. I don't know if it
That's
sounded
huge.
muffled or if it sounded clear, so I'll be able to provide that for you guys.
Awesome.
And then the last game on the Sunday is we have Steelers versus who?
That would be the Raiders, and this is actually very personal for me with my producer who owes me 12 grand from a last bet when the Bucks played the Packers, and so I'm thinking that
12 grand's a lot
I
of
may
money.
set up a bet on that one to see what can take place. I know the Raiders are looking okay. They're both even right now. I'm hoping the Steelers can pull that off. I'd be disappointed if they couldn't.
Definitely. Yeah, so then we're leading Steelers?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Yeah, hopefully freaking that boy Pickett and Pickens and that offense can go ahead and generate some heat with Harris, man, because they need to show up. It hasn't looked great, and they know that they're good enough. I think the whole nation and the whole world knows that they're good enough to go ahead and win this game. So fingers crossed they can go ahead and show up and play some ball. Um, all right, so now that concludes Sunday. Now moving on to that Monday night doubleheader. All right, so now we have the Eagles versus who?
The Buccaneers, and this one is the one that I was talking about. So let me tell you, I got a lot to say about this one. So the Buccaneers, I've been riding with them for a very long time. I've won lots of money with them. The Eagles represents a team that's personal to my heart. I put them in the top five for sure. The Buccaneers are holding it down. I had a very hard time picking on this. I would not bet on this one in any way, shape, or fashion. I normally would sway towards the Eagles, but because the Buccaneers have not been letting me down, I actually want to see them do it. I'm going to do everything I can to be able to watch this game right here. It's probably the only game of the week that I actually really care about the most.
Must watch.
Yes, this is a must-watch game for me. So Buccaneers.
No! Dang! Oh!
And just for the record, the Buccaneers have now been put in my top five. Not for the season of taking it, but in my top five personally.
Whoa! Okay. All right. Okay.
Also keep in mind that the Eagles are also there, but the Eagles are also in the top five to be able to take it.
Yes. Okay. All right. Wait.
Yes,
So okay. So you got Bucks in your personal top five, but the Eagles in your rankings top five.
absolutely.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right.
Yep.
Well, that's another
They are
confliction.
both winning teams. They are both winning teams, and this is going to be a good game.
Most definitely, man. And as you said, it's a must watch. It's one of those games that out of all the ones listed for week three, it probably is, as we're saying, a must watch and probably start as like a game of like the week type thing. So that's great. I wrote you down for the Bucks, and I'm choosing the Eagles on this one. I
Ooh,
think
okay.
they're gonna be able to take it.
I may take a personal bet on that one, but let me figure that out because I know it's pretty hard to. You may have it, but mine is being hopeful.
Of
And I knew
course,
that too because I looked at it and I was like, I could go on this, but I'm gonna hold it down for the team that is fighting and winning. I put the Buccaneers and the Dolphins in the same category. You know what I'm saying? Those teams and the Commanders, by the way.
I
Those are
just
the
find
teams
it
that are
hard because
doing.
yet again, this is going back to like the winners and the ideals, right? Because you're going with like and this is tough because do you think that the Bucks falls for you as the ideal or the winner for you?
For me, it goes down towards the fighters, the ones that usually pull the upsets and stuff. The ones that I see work real hard
So
and that deserve to come up.
okay,
So as for if they could, they're going to have to earn it. The Eagles have already earned it. They're already a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? And we all believe and know that they can take it. I believe they should have won last year. But the thing is it took a long time for them to get to where they were too. But I do believe that like the Dolphins, the Bucks, and the Commanders, they're fighting real hard for spots. Same thing with the Vikings coming back, but they're not doing as good as they were last year. But it's still too soon in the season to drop these inspirational observations on these games.
I mean, yeah, it's week three, so let's go ahead and do this. However, let's go to the next game. We have the
So,
Bengals
so
versus who?
that was confliction six, correct?
Let's count them up. Let's go ahead and see. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yes.
Okay, six. The next one is you said the Bengals? Oh,
Yeah.
that's the Rams. Okay, and that's an easy one for me. I absolutely can't stand the Rams. I put them in my bottom five for a very long time. And I remember when the Bengals, I believe, were actually in the playoffs. I think it was last year or the year before. They were in my underdog pick that I won. And so I'm going Bengals all the way.
I agree with you there, brother. I think the Bengals have been showing up, and they definitely showed up this week two game, and they put up a great amount of points. And I think that's without Jamar Chase really showing up too much. So if Jamar Chase can go ahead and show up, I think they're gonna have way more options in the passing game. Joe Mixon's gonna run the dang ball, gonna run the rock hard, and that defense is gonna go ahead and play hard. So, yeah,
Yep,
I
and
think
Joe Madden's going to show up and score a touchdown.
the freaking soul of freaking Madden himself is gonna reappear. Yes, yes. So, yeah, let's go ahead and count them up. It seems to be we got six conflictions as last stated,
Yes,
and
sir.
those conflictions are gonna go ahead and probably come into
Be the
play.
determinating factor.
Yeah,
What,
and
what did we have last week? Seven?
last week we had I believe it was seven. Yeah, seven conflictions. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So then here, this is the part where it gets a little amicably complex because there is a formula that we're trying to formulate for the parlays here now. We're going to go ahead and give a quick three pick uh, parlay for this video just for the sake of time. And then we're going to go ahead and give a single game pick that I think the underdog would go ahead and be able to pull it off. So let's do this, Shadow. Let's go ahead and give a quick three
Hmm.
that we believe based on the odds and what money line is saying that we can go ahead and think
I
that
would
they're
base
gonna
this
win.
I would base this not on the odds yet because I actually haven't looked at those, which I can, which I
Okay.
believe that we should create one off of those two. But if I had to just come off the top of my head with the three that I
Personal three that we think are gonna go ahead and
personal
win,
three, yep,
not based
personal
on the
three that I
odds,
would like
guys.
to
Not
see.
based on the odds.
I'm gonna go with what I just said. and I'm gonna have to say I'm probably gonna take my top three and put them in there. I'm gonna go Dolphins, Buccaneers, and Steelers.
Okay, my man said Dolphins, Buccaneers, and Steelers. All right, so if you like that as well, go ahead and bet on that. Let us know. Comment what are your personal three that you believe. Mine that I believe this bet right here. I don't know. We don't know the exact dollar amount because we haven't gotten to that point yet because we don't know the statistics. We're not on the line looking at the numbers right now because it is Thursday. The fact of the matter is that it is time for some football, Thursday night football. So the numbers are going to be fluctuating. So we got to go ahead and get that. But the three teams that we're going to go ahead and choose to bet on, well, he's choosing to bet on, is going to be Dolphins, Bucks, and Steelers. I myself, I'm going to go ahead and go with some money picks, some easy picks, some that I believe are going to pull it out of their arse. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go Jets. We're going to go Chiefs, and then we're going to go ahead and hit them with the. Let's see, this one's a juicy one. This one's a juicy one. We're going to hit them with the Colts, baby. Let's hit them with the Colts.
Yep, I think that's a real good one. And actually, I think we should combine those three together and make six with that right there.
I believe so. I think truly that these six teams together can formulate a pretty decent parlay, and we will go ahead and get to that. But
Six.
unfortunately enough, not on this video. We'll probably have to make another one. Kind of letting y'all know what these picks got, or follow us on our socials. Mine's Yami Chris the Duelist, and my boy here is Spartan Health Mentality or Spartan Mentality, brother.
Spartan Mentality 101. I used to be in health and fitness, but I changed it to the Spartan.
There it is, Spartan Mentality 101. Yet again, both of our socials are going to be plugged into this video in the description. So y'all go make sure that you follow us, show us some love. Go ahead and comment what teams and first off, what team is your team, and what teams are you thinking that are going to go ahead and take it? Whether it be a quick three or a quick six, you guys let us know and show us some interaction. But aside from that, the single game that I'm choosing to go ahead and say that. Is a better for me, is an easy better, is I'm gonna go ahead and say the Packers. Bet on Packers. One game right there. The Saints looked good, and I believe the Packers had some struggle. I think this game is going to be one of those games that you have to watch as well. But I'm saying bet Packers. What do you think?
Hmm.
For the single game, for the single.
That is in one of the conflictions. I would probably have to go with one of the sweeps. And one of the sweeps being one of the teams that are going against a team that's zero because I don't believe that they're going to do an upset. I'm going to say those Chiefs, dude.
The Chiefs for the single pick.
Yeah, most definitely.
There it is. So why bet with anyone else other than the Chiefs for the single, I suppose, right?
Or actually the 49ers. One of those two, brother.
Okay. Well, both those teams I think are going to be powerhouses. Dare I say that, Shadow? You just said the two teams are going to be in the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, those two.
Dare I say?
I'm not making that prediction yet. Let's wait a little longer. But I can make it probably somewhere around. Let's do week 7. I'll probably start making.
I'm gonna make it, man. I might be bold enough to go ahead and say we're placing that bet, but you are right. It is early, but I might be bold enough to go. I know the Chiefs is going. I know the Chiefs is going.
I'm gonna pray that you don't. leave it for somebody else.
Pray on my downfall. Yeah. No, dude. No, you gotta rise, man. We're building a dynasty. This is a dynasty. Orion. Yes. Exactly, dude. So, other than that, do you have any hot takes? Any other things that you want to go ahead and say before we go ahead and say thank you to the great people for watching the video and for these picks?
No, they're probably going to definitely have to tune in for the next one. We're going to create the underdog parlay, and then we're going to create probably another 2 parlays, but these are going to be big, heavy hitter ones, which is going to be a combination of positives and negatives based off of the favors and based off of the statistics through the conflictions. And I believe that those are ones that you can just place, a little bit on. Somebody did just hit a big parlay bet that was worth like 1.6 million. I think it was about like 10 games. So we're about to create that. And I hope you guys are here for that, to see that.
I love it, and you heard it here first, guys. We're gonna try to go ahead and hit these big bets. Some of them that you'll be able to go ahead and bet a little, get a lot on. Some of them you bet a lot, get some return on, some safe picks as well. And I agree, guys. You're gonna have to tune in for some more, inside content when it comes to the NFL stuff. Tune in for some crazy hot takes, and for other the nerdy or jockey content. Because here on the channel we are diverse. We do go ahead and hit a lot of different fields and check a lot of boxes. So fingers crossed, y'all go ahead and continue to go ahead and tune in. Hope you guys enjoyed the time with us, the video, and hopefully we can go ahead and secure some of these picks. So thanks again, guys. It's been great. It's been your boy Yami Chris, aka Sage, aka Ace, here with the boy Shadow, aka Spartan Mentality 101.
Let's go.
And thanks again. Peace.